Hi everyone, we're class AP 112 and this is our documentary. We're going to take you through an interesting video now in which we document our process from day one through to the final results. After coming together as a class and discussing our ideas, we were able to work on our conceptual thinking. Each group that we created discussed their research and thoughts and eventually decided as a group on one trend they were willing to present. These are the 4 trends we came up with. DIY, activism, sustainability, and protective wear. How did we decide on a concept, you may ask? In these clips, we're going to show you the process we went through to pitch all of the concepts and the decision-making that took place to eventually come together and decide on the final concept. Of course, we as a class had some minor difficulties communicating between our groups, concept, prototype, and filmmakers, especially since we mostly communicated online and part of the class members are still abroad. DIY?
We did our research about DIY. The DIY community has grown a lot due to the coronavirus, and fashion has been using DIY as a way to connect with their customers. We think this will go on to 2021 because DIY is not something that people forget about. They learn new skills that they can use in the future, and this is why we think this will shape fashion for the better.
Activism.
We did research on activism, and specifically the Black Lives Matter movement, since we believe that human rights are eternal and that equality will be the foundation of the post-COVID-19 period. Many fashion brands are now pressured by society and the people to change the way they behave. The fashion industry can help by supporting smaller Black-owned businesses, by paying garment workers a decent living wage, by taking a really good look at the influencers they hire, and by respecting cultural differences within the industry.
Sustainability.
We did our research about sustainability. We decided to name our concept Wake Up. We feel like people have used quarantine to take a step back and reflect on their current way of living. They are now waking up and thinking of more innovative solutions and ideas. They want to be close to nature and value natural resources that they can use and reuse. By using biodegradable fabrics instead of chemical ones, they are working towards a less polluting fashion industry. Also, when it comes to the activistic side, we think that current events are making us aware of the amount of hate and pain we have in us. Not only is our topic about waking up, it's also about spreading this awareness and going back to the roots where we all lived in harmony.
And protective wear.
Yeah, so our concept is about protective wear. We thought that in the future, people still are going to be very careful with their hygiene, and fashion companies, are going to make protective wear a bit more fashionable. Also, we're thinking about some new developments for protective wear, and we did some research on a material that's supposed to kill germs. So we were just going to play around with making protective wear more fashionable and come up with new protective wear.
From the 4 trends, as a class we ended up choosing to combine the trends of DIY and sustainability and came up with a concept of a brand that sells kits with everything you need to put together a garment, kind of inspired by the IKEA method. This was to shed light on the downsides of fast fashion, like massive pollution and unethical slave labor in production.
As a concept group, we did 2 mood boards to present a visual idea for our prototype. In the first mood board, we include images of things that will be present in a package: a sewing kit, fruits and vegetables that can be used for the process of natural dyeing, naturally made fabrics, instructions and materials, pieces to create basic but timeless clothes. The second mood board is presenting the values of the brand that will be producing the packages. We wanted to incorporate images that correlate to values such as transparency, honesty, sustainability, individuality, and inclusivity. That's why we called it Go With Your Gut, because we thought that after quarantine, people will have the need to participate more in everyday life issues, and we think that sharing awareness will become crucial for them and their communities.
Hey guys, this is Moritz Weber from DIY TV, and today I'm going to show you how to naturally dye a fabric with only using the 3 vegetables of a beetroot, a red onion and the regular onion. So before cutting the vegetables, we first put our fabrics into hot water, and now we peel the onions. I've already prepared that, so you don't have to look at me peeling onions. We take the beetroot, cut it in small pieces. Try it, it's a good one. So the next step would be to put water in the 3 pots. Just fill it up nicely, so always depends on how much onions you have in there. And the beetroot obviously as well. And now we let it boil for 60 to 90 minutes. So now what our next step is that we now place a slightly wet fabric into the onion sort of water and just give it a rest for a night. Okay guys, welcome back. So now we're going to show you what the fabric actually looks like. So for that, I take the fabric out of the pot, wash it off a little bit with some water to get the onions off them, and now we have our colored fabric. Do the same for the next 2. You can see the water's taking like the last bit out of it. Where's it here? And then we have the other 3 fabrics.
Guys, I will instruct you to connect all the pieces to create the whole garment. First, I take the front part to the back part as the shoulder line. You use the fastener. And then we connect the sleeve to the armhole.
The logo is going to be here on this side or the other side, and the rest of the box will stay clean and white. So this is the box for the prototype, and it has different compartments for the fabric and for the dye and for the necessities that you have. In the last year, we've all learned how important it is to look at the future, and this is something that we tried to show through our prototype and this short movie. We're all very proud of it, and we hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you so much.